The massive starship Horizon emerged from hyperspace, its sleek metallic hull gleaming against the darkness of an unknown solar system. Captain Elena Rodriguez gripped the command console, her dark eyes scanning the alien landscape before her. Decades of exploration had prepared her for this moment. First contact with a potentially intelligent species. The planet below looked eerily similar to Earth, with vast blue oceans and green land masses. Scans indicated primitive technological development but unmistakable signs of complex civilization. Strange geometric structures dotted the landscape, suggesting an advanced culture that hadn't yet developed space travel. Dr. Marcus Chen, the ship's lead xenobiologist, approached with his data tablet. His fingers tapped rapidly, analyzing initial readings. Atmospheric composition is remarkably similar to Earth's, he reported. Temperature ranges, gravity. Everything suggests remarkable planetary compatibility. Rodriguez nodded, her military training keeping her emotions controlled. She understood the delicate nature of first contact. One wrong move could destroy years of diplomatic preparation. As the Horizon stabilized its orbital position, strange energy signatures began emerging from the planet's surface. Unusual transmission patterns, not random but structured. Clearly intelligent communication, but unlike anything in human communication databases. The alien signals carried a curious tone. They seemed condescending, not aggressive but dismissive, as if the planet's inhabitants were already judging the human explorers before any actual interaction. Communication specialist Rachel Wong worked frantically at her console, attempting translation algorithms. Her fingers flew across holographic interfaces trying to decode the complex signal patterns. "They're talking about us," she muttered. "But not like we'd expect. It's almost like academic observation." Suddenly, a crystalline transmission cut through all communication channels. A voice, if it could be called that, resonated through the ship's speakers. Cold, analytical, slightly mocking. "Interesting," the voice said in perfectly structured English. "Primitive exploratory vessel. Unexpected arrival." Rodriguez felt a chill. The tone suggested the aliens weren't just observing, they were evaluating, judging, determining whether humans were worth serious consideration. Dr. Chen leaned closer. "They know we're here, and they're not impressed." The ship's sensors detected multiple scanning beams penetrating their shields. Not weapons, but something more invasive. Information gathering. Probing. The aliens were dissecting the Horizon's technological capabilities with clinical precision. Rodriguez understood diplomacy would require exceptional finesse. These weren't hostile beings, but something far more complex, intellectually superior entities who viewed humans as somewhat primitive. "Prepare standard first contact protocols," she ordered, "but be ready for anything." The alien signals continued, now carrying subtle undertones of academic curiosity mixed with profound intellectual superiority. They were studying humanity like researchers examining an interesting but ultimately unremarkable specimen. As minutes passed, tension built. The crew waited, knowing their entire species' first impression hung in delicate balance. Would these beings see humans as potential equals, or merely as another unimpressive evolutionary experiment? The bridge remained silent, each crew member holding their breath. Outside the massive view screen, the alien planet continued its serene rotation, seemingly unaware of the monumental moment unfolding. Something was coming. Something that would change humanity's understanding of its place in the universe forever. Rodriguez watched, waited, and wondered what first contact would truly mean. The tension on the Horizon's bridge grew thick as alien signals continued their relentless probing. Captain Rodriguez watched her crew's nervous movements, each person trying to maintain professional composure while feeling the weight of this unprecedented moment. Dr. Chen's monitoring equipment suddenly sparked and crackled. Strange interference patterns disrupted their communication systems, creating a chaotic web of electronic noise. The ship's advanced technology seemed almost primitive against the alien signal's complexity. "They're testing us," Rachel Wong muttered, her fingers dancing across communication panels. Not attacking, just measuring our response. Suddenly, a holographic projection materialized in the center of the bridge. It wasn't a traditional image, but a swirling collection of geometric shapes that seemed to breathe and shift. The shapes moved with an intelligence that suggested more than simple computer graphics. The alien presence spoke again. Humanity's technological state approximately 2.7 on our developmental scale, the voice announced. Its tone carried a clinical detachment that felt more like a scientific assessment than communication. Rodriguez felt her jaw tighten. The casual dismissal was unmistakable. These beings weren't just observing, they were categorizing humans like researchers classifying an unknown species. Military sensors detected multiple scanning beams penetrating the horizon's shields. Not weapons, but something more intrusive. Information extraction. The aliens were collecting data with surgical precision, peeling back layers of human technology like scientists examining a specimen. Dr. Marcus Chen analyzed the incoming data streams. Their scanning technology is generations beyond ours, he whispered. They're reading our systems faster than we can protect them. Smaller alien craft began appearing around the horizon. They moved with impossible grace, shifting positions without traditional propulsion methods. No exhaust, no visible energy signatures, just pure, elegant movement that defied human understanding of physics. Communications Officer Wong detected multiple language patterns embedded within the signals. Not just spoken communication, but layered information threads that carried meanings beyond simple words. Complex, multi-layered, almost alive. They're evaluating our potential, Rodriguez realized, not as conquerors, not as potential allies, but as researchers determining whether humanity represented an interesting evolutionary experiment. The alien signals carried an unmistakable undertone of intellectual superiority. Each transmission felt like a clinical assessment, measuring humanity's technological and cultural development against some unknown cosmic standard. Crew members exchanged nervous glances. Their most advanced technology seemed childlike compared to these alien scanning techniques. Humanity's proudest achievements suddenly looked like primitive tools under this advanced scrutiny. More holographic shapes appeared, transforming the bridge into a swirling landscape of moving geometric patterns. Each shape seemed to carry information, telling complex stories through mathematical representations that human minds struggled to comprehend. Dr. Chen's equipment began recording extraordinary data. The alien signals contained mathematical equations, so complex they seemed to breathe with living intelligence, not just communication, but entire philosophical and scientific concepts compressed into single transmission bursts. Rodriguez understood they were balanced on a razor's edge. One wrong communication could transform this scientific observation into something more confrontational. The aliens weren't just studying humanity, they were deciding whether humans were worth serious consideration. The Horizon's crew remained silent, watching the extraordinary display of alien technology. Each passing moment felt like an examination, with humanity being judged by an intellect so advanced it barely recognized humans as sentient beings. Suddenly, the geometric shapes converged into a single, pulsing form. It seemed to look directly at Rodriguez, carrying an unspoken message. "We see you. We are evaluating you. Your response determines everything." Mounting tensions filled every corner of the ship. First contact had transformed from a hopeful diplomatic mission into a complex, potentially dangerous intellectual confrontation. Humanity's representatives waited, knowing their entire species' future might depend on the next few moments of interaction. The alien presence continued its silent mathematical assessment, waiting, watching, judging. The first attack came without warning, silent, precise, devastating. Alien energy waves crashed against the horizon's shields, transforming protective barriers into crackling, disintegrating networks. Captain Rodriguez watched in horror as advanced defensive systems collapsed like paper structures. "Defensive protocols," she shouted. but her commands seemed almost childlike against the alien technological assault. Dr. Chen's monitoring equipment went crazy. Strange quantum disruption waves penetrated the ship's systems, causing electrical systems to malfunction randomly. Lights flickered. Computer screens showed bizarre, shifting geometric patterns that hurt human eyes to watch. Rachel Wong's communication station exploded in a shower of sparks. Her hands moved frantically, trying to maintain some connection with their rapidly failing systems. "They're not just attacking," she screamed over the chaos. "They're dismantling our technology piece by piece." Small alien craft began materializing inside the Horizon's internal spaces. They weren't traditional invasion vessels. Instead, they looked like living metal organisms that could reshape themselves instantly. Silvery, fluid, intelligent. The alien presence spoke again. "Technological extraction process initiated," the clinical voice announced. "Human resistance, irrelevant." Rodriguez understood immediately. This wasn't a traditional invasion. The aliens weren't interested in territorial conquest. They were studying humanity by systematically breaking down human technological infrastructure. Crew members fought back using emergency protocols. Weapons, systems that seemed cutting-edge moments ago, now looked like primitive toys against the alien technological assault. Laser cannons fired, missile systems launched. Each attack was absorbed and neutralized with casual efficiency. Strange metallic tendrils began spreading through the ship's corridors. They moved like living nervous systems, exploring, analyzing, consuming technological components. Wherever they touched, human technology simply dissolved or transformed. "They're learning," Dr. Chen shouted. "Every defensive move we make is immediately understood and countered." The invasion moved with surgical precision. No unnecessary destruction, no random violence. Just a methodical extraction of technological information. The aliens treated the Horizon like a complex research subject, carefully dismantling its systems. Emergency backup generators failed. Communication networks collapsed. Navigation systems became unreliable streams of corrupted data. The ship was becoming a technological ghost, stripped of its defensive capabilities. Rodriguez realized their only hope was human adaptability. "Manual systems," she commanded. "Disconnect everything digital. Go analog," crew members began frantically, switching to mechanical backups. Older technology, simple switches, analog controls that couldn't be digitally manipulated. A technological retreat to survive. The alien presence seemed almost amused. "Interesting survival strategy," the voice commented. "Primitive, but marginally intelligent." Smaller alien probes began entering crew quarters. They didn't attack humans directly. Instead, they scanned personal devices, extracting information with lightning speed. Personal data, technical specifications, communication records. Everything became fuel for their technological assessment. Dr. Chen noticed something extraordinary. The aliens weren't just extracting information. They were recreating human technological systems within their own framework. Studying, understanding, preparing. "They're learning our entire technological history in minutes," he whispered. Rodriguez understood the true horror. This wasn't an invasion. It was a comprehensive technological examination. Humanity was nothing more than a research subject. The ship's core systems began shutting down. Navigation, life support, communication networks. Everything fell silent, piece by piece. As darkness spread through the horizon, Captain Rodriguez made a final decision. If they couldn't stop the invasion, they would become unpredictable. Human randomness against alien precision. "Prepare manual emergency protocols," she ordered. "We fight back the only way humans know how, by being completely unexpected." The alien presence continued its silent, methodical extraction, unaware that human survival often emerged from the most chaotic, unplanned moments. The real battle was just beginning. Earth detected the Horizon's distress signal almost instantly. Military commands activated within seconds, transforming peaceful, planetary defenses into a global war machine. General Marcus Thompson watched satellite networks light up like electric spiderwebs. Massive underground weapon systems emerged from hidden mountain complexes. Missile silos opened. Experimental quantum weapons powered up. Humanity wasn't going to wait for invitation. "Send everything," Thompson commanded. "Everything we have." Massive, electromagnetic pulse generators began charging across multiple continents. Satellites repositioned themselves into attack formations. Advanced quantum communication networks synchronized global military responses faster than any alien technology could predict. The first wave of human counterattack looked like technological chaos. Thousands of missiles, complex weapon systems, quantum disruption signals. Not organized, not precise, completely unpredictable. Earth's military strategy was beautifully simple: overwhelm through randomness. Alien scanning systems struggled to process the incoming assault. Human weapons weren't following standard attack protocols. Some missiles carried conventional explosives. Others contained advanced electromagnetic disruptors. Some were decoys. Some were live weapons. The mixture was impossible to predict. Scientists had prepared for decades, developing technology specifically designed to be unreadable by potential advanced civilizations. Weapons that changed fundamental operational parameters, millisecond by millisecond. Systems that rewrote their own operational codes continuously. Quantum communication networks allowed Earth's military to coordinate without traditional communication methods. Each unit operated with partial information, making their collective strategy fundamentally unreadable. General Thompson watched global defense systems transform. Civilian infrastructure became part of the defense network. Power grids, communication towers, transportation systems. Everything became a potential weapon. The alien invaders discovered something unexpected. Humans didn't fight like a single organized entity. They fought like a complex, adaptive organism. Each region, each city, each individual became a potential point of resistance. Massive underground research facilities activated experimental weapon systems. Technologies so strange, so fundamentally different from traditional warfare, that they defied standard military understanding. Artificial intelligence systems began generating attack strategies faster than human minds could comprehend. Millions of potential scenarios calculated and discarded within seconds. The defense became a living, breathing technological ecosystem. Orbital defense platforms opened fire. Massive energy weapons designed to disrupt alien scanning technologies. Not to destroy, not to conquer, but to create maximum technological confusion. The alien presence suddenly found itself overwhelmed. Human randomness was its most effective weapon. No predictable pattern. No standard response mechanism. Earth's military had prepared for this moment for decades. Every conspiracy theory, every alien invasion scenario, every weird technological speculation became part of their defense strategy. Experimental quantum weapons created localized reality disruption fields, areas where standard physical laws became unreliable. Weapons that didn't just destroy, they fundamentally changed how reality operated. The Horizon's crew watched in astonishment as Earth transformed into a technological nightmare for the alien invaders, not through superior technology, but through fundamental unpredictability. Massive holographic projection systems activated worldwide. Millions of false signals, fake invasion points, technological mirages designed to confuse and misdirect. Military units operated with minimal centralized control. Each team had partial mission objectives. No single commander knew the entire strategy. This made human defense fundamentally unreadable. General Thompson smiled. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't technology. It was adaptability, chaos, the ability to change direction faster than any predictable system could understand. Alien scanning systems began overloading. Too much information. Too many random variables. Human defense wasn't a strategy. It was a living, breathing technological organism. The first wave of Earth's counterattack looked like technological madness. Missiles, energy weapons, quantum disruption signals, holographic projections. Artificial intelligence attack patterns, completely unpredictable, fundamentally unreadable. The real war was just beginning, and humanity was ready. The battle lasted 17 hours. Not a traditional war, but a complex technological dance that reshaped galactic understanding. Earth's random defense strategies had completely confused the alien invaders. What began as a scientific examination transformed into humanity's unexpected technological rebellion. Captain Rodriguez watched from the damaged horizon as alien vessels began retreating. Not in defeat, but in pure scientific curiosity. Humans had done something fundamentally unexpected. Dr. Chen analyzed the final data streams. "They're not leaving," he whispered. "They're regrouping, studying." The alien presence made one final transmission. Humanity, classified as unpredictable technological organism. Further study required. Global celebrations erupted across Earth. Not a victory, but a fundamental recognition. Humans weren't just another planetary species. They were something different. Massive diplomatic conferences began immediately, not with traditional governmental representatives, but with scientists, technologists, and random individuals who had contributed to Earth's defense. The United Nations transformed overnight. No longer a political organization, but a global technology coordination center. Every nation suddenly became a potential contributor to humanity's technological defense strategy. Experimental research facilities that had been hidden for decades suddenly became public. Strange technological developments, quantum communication networks, reality manipulation systems, everything was now on the table. General Thompson understood the deeper implications. This wasn't just a defensive victory. This was humanity's first true galactic introduction. Alien observation vessels remained in distant orbital positions, watching, analyzing. The scientific examination continued, but with a fundamentally different perspective. Humanity had proven something extraordinary. They weren't just another developing species. They were a fundamentally unpredictable technological ecosystem. Research teams began documenting every moment of the encounter, not as a military victory, but as a fundamental shift in galactic understanding. The alien transmission had classified humans as an unpredictable technological organism. This wasn't an insult. It was a scientific recognition of humanity's unique evolutionary path. Dr. Chen discovered something remarkable in the final data streams. The aliens weren't just studying human technology. They were learning from it. Humanity's chaotic defense strategies were being integrated into their own technological understanding. Communication networks worldwide began sharing technological discoveries. Every small innovation, every random technological approach, everything became potential global defense strategy. Massive international research collaborations emerged overnight. Universities, private companies, government laboratories, military research centers, all working together with unprecedented cooperation. The horizon became a symbol of humanity's first true galactic encounter. Not a warship, not a diplomatic vessel, but a scientific exploration platform that had accidentally introduced humanity to the broader galactic community. Captain Rodriguez understood something profound. This wasn't an invasion. This was first contact. And humanity had defined its own technological identity. Global technological development accelerated. Quantum, computing systems, advanced medical technologies, space exploration programs, everything moved faster, more dynamically. The alien presence remained in distant orbits, watching, analyzing, learning. Humanity had transformed from a potential research subject into a fascinating technological phenomenon. Scientific journals worldwide published extensive analyses, not about the battle, but about humanity's unique technological approach, how randomness could become a sophisticated defense mechanism. The United Nations established a new global technology coordination center, not a military organization, but a collaborative research platform designed to continue humanity's unexpected technological evolution. General Thompson gave a simple statement that would be remembered for generations. We didn't just defend ourselves. We showed the galaxy who we are. The alien vessels continued their observation, waiting, watching, learning. Humanity had entered a new phase of existence, no longer just a planetary civilization, but a potential galactic participant. The first contact was complete, and nothing would ever be the same again. Earth looked different now, not just a planet, but a living, breathing, technological ecosystem, ready to engage with the broader galactic community. The real journey was just beginning.